it is my pleasure to give my report to the Grand Chapter. Like many of you, I am disappointed that we are not in Orlando visiting Nikki and Minnie. This is not the Grand Chapter that any of us envisioned for 2020. I hope each of you is home safe with your families. In these challenging times, it is good to come together, even virtually, to support each other and celebrate our sisterhood, reflect on the biennium, and look to our future. Many of our members have been impacted by the pandemic, and I ask each of you to keep them in your thoughts. I know many of you are sisters working on the front lines that are living our values, and we want to thank them. We often hear the expression that you get out of something what you put into it. At the beginning of the biennium, I shared my gym story, which I wanted to recap today. For the past 12 years, I've worked out regularly, running half marathons and doing its various forms of cardio at the gym. About 4 years ago, I started attending CrossFit. Each class, I used the 18-pound kettlebells regardless of the exercise. I'm familiar with them, and I know I can handle them. On occasion, motivational emails are sent from the gym owner, and one really resonated with me. I was going weekly, but doing the same thing week after week. If I was going to attend weekly, I needed to commit to better myself than being comfortable with the status quo. As a leader, I am not a person who likes the status quo. I want to be a change agent and lead initiatives, but this isn't what I was doing for myself at the gym. I stepped outside my comfort zone and in the gym met with one of the coaches to discuss fitness goals and why I wanted to do more. Since last convention, I've continued to work out and chase my goal of living a healthier life. There are days I still want to quit and feel like I can't do one more push-up or burpee. My gym example demonstrates shifting my perspective. As experienced and seasoned as one person can be, there is so much more if a person is able to see a different perspective. Did any of us expect the pandemic that shifted all of our lives the last 4 months? Did you expect to attend online classes to end the academic year? Did you expect to have to learn about social distancing? And do you ever think about having to wear a mask? As we make the necessary adjustments required by COVID, and to also address the conversation taking place within the sorority community about the legacy of racism within the Panhellenic system and the nation at large, it's a time that calls for unprecedented self-reflection. As an organization founded by women who face discrimination for their sex and religion, we must continue to shift our perspective to remain a relevant and meaningful organization. We must continue to work on the programming for the collegiate experience, alumni engagement, and volunteer opportunities to ensure we have leaders for the future. We must continue to position D-Phi both internally and externally as a leader in advocating for relevance and positive values of Greek life on campus and among alumni. In the fall of 1916, our founders, the Dimes, began their education at New York University School of Law. That year, 420 students began their studies at NYU. Only 20 were women. From that small group, an even smaller group came together, determined to turn their bonds of friendship into a legacy for future generations. Their efforts led to Delta Phi Epsilon becoming one of the first non-sectarian social sororities and the first to be founded at a professional school. If these women would have not wanted more for themselves, then our sorority may not exist today. I am sure our founders will be proud of what we've accomplished in the past 103 years. Some of the highlights during my term as international president. We held 2 enterprise-wide strategic planning sessions to plan for our second century success. Our enterprise includes the International Governing Board, the Educational Foundation, and our National Development Corporation. We celebrated our centennial with 92 different events. Our sisterhood has flourished. We now have 105 collegiate chapters with 10,000 collegiate members and almost 70,000 members. In this time, we've also added 9 alumni associations. Our Each One, Reach One campaign helped us connect and collect data for some of our sisters missing information in our database. We recreated our leadership consultant program. Our Diversity and Inclusion Task Force, which is now a committee, was formed. Initially, we held a summit to address the rising issues. We participated in our Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion survey for our membership and have started meaningful conversations generated by the results. We have recently written a resolution to reconfirm our efforts, and we have solidified our trans women and non-binary gender policy. Our volunteer placement committee has evolved many of our volunteer positions and focused on building strong chapter advisory boards for our collegiate chapters. Our advisors now have training and engagement tools to help them succeed. This winter, we conducted a collegiate experience survey, the IRIS experience for our collegiate members. This survey measured sisterhood, organizational commitment, and identity and social culture. Our accomplishments and growth are due to the hard work of our staff and alumni volunteers. Our founders left us a great legacy, and we continue to build on it for ourselves and future generations of sisters. Promoting our values is more critical now than ever as we strive to promote an inclusive and positive sorority experience. I would like to express my gratitude to a few folks. Past international presidents, thank you for laying the foundation to continue to build a strong organization. I'm excited to now join your group. International Governing Board, thanks for being a great team. I love the time that we have spent together and our willingness to challenge each other and the norm. Without each of you, our sorority wouldn't be what it is today. We have really done some great work this biennium. Roxanne, I'm excited for you and your leadership next biennium as president. I know you will lead us well during these challenging times. I want to acknowledge 2 International Governing Board members who will not be returning to the International Governing Board, Jennifer Geller and Allison Plotkin. Jennifer has served on the IGB for 6 years. She's also served as an advisor for University of North Georgia. During her tenure, she has been an integral part of our board, giving legal advice and sharing her expertise. She is always willing to challenge board opinions, which has made her a great asset. Jennifer, thank you for your service to DPHE. Our bylaws have a 10-year term limit for IGB members, which forces Allison Plotkin to complete her board service. She has volunteered for many capacities for the sorority. Each year, she demonstrates her creativity by sending Founders Day cards to members that she has personally created. Some of her involvement for the sorority includes helping with colony recruitment, updating our rituals, and helping to charter the Dallas Alumni Association. Allison's history and knowledge will be greatly missed. Allison, thank you for giving your time to DPHE. Nicole, thank you for the work you do every day to lead our sorority. You shared your vision when we first talked 12 years ago, and you have fulfilled that vision and so much more. I love that no personal or professional obstacle is too big for you, and you manage your way through it with grace and poise. Headquarters staff, the work you do to better our organization on a daily basis is truly appreciated. I am so glad I've had the opportunity to work with so many of you. I appreciate all the technical help and travel logistics to keep me together. I want to thank Gab Centrone and past staff member Andrea Patton, who truly were my traveling sisters, especially during our centennial celebrations. I always look forward to our trips together, sharing food, drinks, and sisterhood, and you providing me guidance on having a better social media presence. I hope I haven't disappointed you. I will always cherish the memories made on our journeys together. I also want to thank Letty Hempsey, the woman with all the details, who never misses a beat and is always available to answer all my questions and get me what I need. Size Sisters, thanks for providing such a foundation and showing the meaning of sisterhood, especially my crew, Robin, Jill, and Mindy. Little did I know when I joined in 1992, the journey ahead of me and my DFIE career. I was always be a proud UGA alum. Go Dogs. Mom, when you joined DFIE, I am sure you never imagined the impact it would have on your daughter. So glad I can call you my mom and sister. I would not be the person I am today without you. I appreciate all you have done for me and the sacrifices you made in life to provide the best for Scott and I. You have taught me well, and I hope I continue to make you proud. Love you. Aaron, my other half, I know he's not listening, but I feel I still have to appreciate all he does for me. You definitely were the first man. When you traveled with me, everyone always enjoyed your company and restaurant picks. Glad my presidency gave you the opportunity to visit more college campuses. Thanks for being you and your support on a daily basis and providing me advice whenever I needed it. I couldn't do all I do in one day trying to squeeze it all in without you. It's been such an honor serving as international president. I've had the opportunity to meet so many great sisters the past 4 years and learn about your DFIE experience. Traveling to share our ritual and celebrating our sisterhood has inspired me and strengthened my commitment to DFIE, and I hope I have inspired you. Thank you, and I look forward to when we can all be together.